In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can create a thumbnail for YouTube videos with Canva. Canva makes it really simple to create awesome looking thumbnails that you can go ahead and use for your YouTube videos without the need for expensive softwares like Photoshop and others. Now, Canva has a free plan and a pro plan, and it's not 100% necessary to use the pro plan just to create thumbnails. You can get away with the free plan. So let's dive straight into it. Once you go to canva.com and then log into your account, if you don't have an account, you can simply just create one really quickly. It takes less than 20 seconds. And then once you're on the screen, you can see a search bar and you can search in that search bar for YouTube thumbnail. So by doing that, it's great because then they have the dimensions all ready to go for you. So you can simply just click on YouTube thumbnail and that will have the dimensions of 1280 by 720, which you need for your thumbnail to display properly. Now you can see that they have various templates that you can go ahead and fully customize. If you are just a beginner creating thumbnails, you can take some inspiration from these templates or simply just use these templates and then you can go ahead and edit them however you would like. So you can change the text and you can change the images within the templates to fully customize it just how you would like it. But for this tutorial, I'm going to be starting from scratch. So what I do is I click on create a blank YouTube thumbnail. Now you can see that you have your blank workspace here where you're going to create your thumbnail. And in the left hand panel, you can see various options. You can upload your own images. You can choose between different photos that Canva has to offer. Now, depending on your plan, you might not have access to all of them. So just keep that in mind. And you can add these cool little elements to your thumbnail to make them pop, and then text and so on. So the first thing that you would want to do for your thumbnail is choose a background. Now, what I found works great on YouTube is solid colors for a YouTube thumbnail. It really helps this thumbnail stand out so you can get more clicks onto your thumbnail, bringing you in some more views for your videos. But you can see you have all these options for a background that you can go ahead and use. You can even search for things in the search bar. So let's say I want to create a thumbnail about photography. I can type in photography in the search bar and then click on search for photography, and it's going to bring up all these results that you can go ahead and use. But I like to keep things nice and simple for my thumbnail, so I'm just going to go for a solid color. So I'm going to go down to where it says gradients, and then I'm going to click on see all to see what's available. Now, I don't recommend using red because those are the YouTube colors, so it will kind of blend in. But what works great are greens, blues, and any variant of those two. So I kind of like this green one right at the top. So all you need to do is click on it, and then it's going to load up into the canvas. So there are three main parts to a thumbnail: the background, the text, and then the image that you use in your thumbnail. And then you have optional elements that you can add to make your thumbnail pop out, and we're going to explore some of those in a second. So let's run with the photography example, and let's say we want to create a thumbnail about the best photography tips. I'm going to go ahead into the left hand panel and I'm going to click on text, and you can see various texts that you can go ahead and choose from. But what I like to do is add a heading and then simply just type out my text. So what I want my text to say is best photography tips. So I'm going to write best first, and then what I'd like to do is resize it to something along those lines and then reposition it in the middle. And then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to duplicate this text. And you can see in the top right hand corner next to the trash can icon on the left of that, it says duplicate. If you click on that, it's going to duplicate that, and you can bring it down, and then you can type the second phrase in your thumbnail. So I'm going to type photography. And what I need to do now is I need to make this fit. So I'm going to drag this all the way like that. And I'm going to make this text slightly smaller. So I'm going to highlight it all. And then you can see these numbers over here. And then you can play around with the numbers with the minus and the plus symbols. So I'm just going to, and that goes one by one. So you can just go ahead and type out. So let me say 75 works great. And then I'm going to duplicate this one again. So that's the same size. Duplicating helps you keep the same size. And then I'm just going to write tips. And now I can reposition them however I would like them to be. Now, at any time, if you want to change the color of the text, you just click on it, and then you can see here where it says A, you click on that and you can change the text. I'm going to make the text white, so I'll click on them each individually, and then I can choose the color that I want. And at any time, if you know the hex code of your color, you can put it in right there, this area, so you can get the exact color. But to keep things nice and simple, I'm just going to use white. And also when it comes to the font, you just select this drop down menu and you can choose from all of these fonts that you have available to you. But I kind of like this font, so I'm going to stick with it. Now right now the text doesn't really stand out, so what I like to do with my thumbnails is I like to change the color of one of the words. So I'm going to take photography and I'm going to change the color of this one. So let me choose something like this, for example, and then it's still not standing out enough for me. So what I can do is add effects to the text by clicking on the text and then clicking on the effects button right over here. Now you can see the effects that you have available to you. You can curve the text if that's something you want to do. You can add a neon glow to it, but what I like to do is add a shadow that kind of looks good. And then for the color of the shadow, I'm going to select the opposite color of my text, so black, and then it pops out even more. So if I'm going to do the same for the next text, click on shadow and I'm going to choose black and then it pops out. Choose tips, hit shadow and then color and then black. Now that's standing out to me a little bit better, which is good. So now what you can do is you can take your mouse and you can click anywhere on the thumbnail and then start dragging, and then you can select all of the text and then you can group them together so you can move them around much easier. So click on group. Now I can go ahead and move it however I would like. So I'm going to put it in the center, off to the left a little bit, and if you want to you can make it at a slight angle, something like that. And now my text is done. And if you want to make it bigger, you just click on them because they're all grouped now, they're all resized together. You can go to the corner and you can drag it out to make the text bigger. So I'm just going to make it a little bit smaller so it all fits in nicely. And now we have the text complete. Now we need an image of either yourself or somebody else that's featured in your video, or anybody, or you can use a vector graphic, but you need a main figure within your thumbnail. So you can do this by uploading a photo of yourself by clicking on uploads here. And then you can click on upload media, and then you can choose the file from your device or upload it from Facebook, Google Drive, Instagram, Dropbox. So I have an image prepared on my desktop, so I'm going to click on device. I'm going to find the image, and then here's the image that I want to use. I'm going to click on open, and now the image is uploading to Canva. And you can simply, once it's loaded in, you can drag it onto the thumbnail and you can see it in the thumbnail. But for thumbnails like this, you don't want the background to be showing. Now, if you have a Canva Pro subscription, you can click on your image and then you can click on effects at the top there. And then they have a nice feature called background remover. If you go ahead and click on this, it's going to remove the background. Now, if you don't have Canva Pro, but you still want to be able to do this, you can go to a website called remove.bg, which is a free tool that enables you to remove backgrounds from images. It's not going to be the original quality, but I can upload that same image to remove.bg, and I'll link up this website and the link to try out Canva Pro for 30 days in the description of this video, which one would be best for you. But you can see the background has been removed, and then I can go ahead and download this and then upload it into my thumbnail. But just for this tutorial, I have a Canva Pro subscription, so I'm just going to click on remove background, and just like that, the background has been removed with the original quality. So that's great. So we got the text, we got the image. Now just to make the thumbnail pop, we can add some elements by clicking on the elements in the left hand panel, and you can start searching for elements. So this is about photography, so I can search for an element like a camera, and it's going to load up all the elements related to cameras. And you can see if I hover over them, some say pro and some say free. Like this one's free, this one's pro, and you can see the quality difference in the two. But there are various cool ones that you can actually get available for free. You'll just have to search for them in this list. Like this one's pretty cool and it's free, so I'm going to insert this one, and then I can just resize this and I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to angle it slightly. And now if I want this behind the text, what I need to do is click on position over here and then click on backwards. Now that has been positioned behind the text, and I can even position it just like that, however I would like it. And I think that's looking pretty good. All I would maybe want to do is increase the size of the text slightly even more. So something like that. And then that is a thumbnail that you can go ahead and upload to your YouTube channel. Now to download this, all you would do is click on download at the top right. What you want to do is select either a PNG or a JPEG. The best one would be a PNG, and then you would click on the download button. That would be rendering out, and then the download will start automatically, and then the download has been saved to my computer, and then you can go ahead and upload it when you upload your YouTube video. So if this video helped you out, I would highly appreciate it if you drop a like on this video and consider subscribing, because I'm releasing videos just like this on a frequent basis to help make designing much more simpler for you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.